Now we'll look at Christ. When it comes to Christ University, I would have already shared the links and all the details with you guys over WhatsApp as well. So now we'll look into the step-by-step application process. What are the documents that are required? Your latest passport size photo, obviously, yes. And interestingly, if you guys noticed, signature is not required at all. Why not? Because what typically happens is, see, why do they ask for your signature in your admit card? So once you guys have the signature, it proves that, okay, you are the guy. I mean, it's not someone else who's writing the exam on your behalf. Okay, but here, as I've told you guys already, this time Christ is conducting your exam online, completely online. Okay, in the true sense that it's online, you guys can take it from your homes. Okay, I'm not denying that there are chances where some people might malpractice. I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, that's your call. Okay, but please don't. Please don't. Okay, it's a exam. Okay, done. And then your certificate, if you guys have applicable, and your 10th mark sheet. And apart from this, you guys need to have your 11th or 12th mark sheet. Okay. No. So if you guys have your 11th, I mean, if you guys are in your grade 12th, obviously you guys wouldn't have your 12th mark sheet. It doesn't make sense. So please do make sure you guys get your 11th mark sheet from your schools. It's mandatory to apply for this. Just tell them, boss, I'm applying for Christ. I need my 11th mark sheet. In a lot of cases, what happens? The schools would not give you the physical copy as such. Just tell them, boss, I don't even need the physical copy. Just give me the scanned copy of it. Or else just give me the copy. Just show me the copy. I'll take a pic of it. I'll scan it up. I have to upload it. Keep the physical copy with you. I'll get it at the end. Okay, but you need it for the application. Apart from this, you have to, there is a data where you have to fill your family's annual income. There is no document required. You can put in 5,000 rupees or else you can put 5 crore rupees. Okay, but eventually, if there is a need, you have to prove that that's your family income. So talk to your parents as well. Okay, and then fill this data. No documents required as of now while filling. Done? Now go to your Christ University's website. This link is also shared with you guys over WhatsApp. Okay, I'll again do this after the session as well. Once you guys click this link, this is the application process for all these programs. Obviously, we don't need anything else. We'll just click undergraduate. Within your undergraduate programs, there are lots and lots of programs. Even for your law, it's happening in December 7th. Okay, so for all the UG programs, the list of all the UG programs would be here. And what I would also recommend is, let's say, for example, if you're interested in a program, most of you guys would be interested in BBA Honors and Honors with Research program, okay, which is happening in Central Campus. You guys can also click and look at the fee there. That is also something that you guys can do for every single program. Okay, you guys can explore and know more about the program. What is the semester breakup in each semester? What is the subjects that they're teaching? What is the credit points? Everything is given. Apart from that, there is also an option where you guys can check your eligibility. But typically, if you guys look at Christ and their eligibility, they are pretty chill with it. Okay, they are not like, boss, we need this, we need that. Okay, almost for all, most of the courses, they don't have any such eligibility, except the fact that you should have done your 11th, I mean, 10th and 12th in a recognizable board. Even if NOS, they are okay with it. CBSE, state metric, they are chill. Okay, so for specific courses, for example, BSc data science, okay, for that, math as a subject is mandatory in your 11th and 12th. That's all. But for BBA and most of the other courses, they are pretty chill. So you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, once this is done, what you guys can do is click the program that you guys are interested in. As I've told you, most of you guys would be interested in this BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration, Honors or Honors with Research. Hope you guys know why is it called Honors and Honors with Research. There is a flexible exit option. You guys know this, right? So if I were to ask you, the BBA program offered by Central Campus Bangalore, is it a 3-year program or a 4-year program? Actually, it's a 3 or 4-year program. Okay, you enroll for a program, you can exit from that program at the end of 3rd year also. You can also exit at the end of 4th year also. Okay, when you come out at the end of 3rd year, you will get BBA honors degree. But if you do your complete 4th year, the 4th year would completely be research only. So if you guys complete all the 4 years, you will get BBA honors with research degree. That's the only difference. What is the point of it? Let's say, for example, if you guys are doing your BBA, at the end of the day, your plan is to do MBA after that. Okay, so to do your MBA, what is the entrance exam that you need to write? CAT. So when are you supposed to write CAT? Just like BBA entrance exam, when are you writing it? When you're in your class 12th. When are you supposed to write CAT? When you're in your final year. Okay, but when you do a degree of this sort, a 3-year or a 4-year exam and flexible exit option, you guys can write CAT in the 3rd year also. If you get a good grade and good IIM, you guys can just exit, jump and move on to an IIM. Okay, if you think, okay, was this score is not enough to get into a good college, I'll continue my 4th year. In the 4th year, I'll again write CAT. Okay, so you have two options of writing CAT. So that's one of the main reasons. And there are also few cases where what happens, there are few colleges where in order to do a MBA program in our college, you should have had 4-year UG degree. That's a condition. So in that case, people do it. Okay, few of IITs have this condition. They don't say, boss, we are an IIT, so only engineering students should do MBA here. No, but the condition is you should have done a 4-year degree. So that's the requirement. So that is also one more thing that you guys can look into. So once you guys select the one that you guys are planning to, click apply, and hope you guys have seen the dates. The last date to apply is 1st of December. You still have time, but still, I want you guys to understand. Okay. So once you click apply, this page would open. Okay. So it would ask you for your login ID and password, but do we have a login ID and password? No, we are yet to create. So click register here. So once you click register here, it will ask your basic details, name, email ID, phone number, WhatsApp number, date of birth. And here you have to set your password. Okay. A capital letter, a small letter, a character, and a number. HARI at 567, something like that. Okay. Capital letter, small letter, a special character, and a number. All should be there. Please do make sure you guys, okay, create a password and also make sure you guys write it somewhere. Typically, what I would recommend is your Google Notes. Hope you guys use Google Notes in your phones. Okay, so I would recommend filling all your details, all the passwords in the Google Notes, given that you guys know the Gmail's password. Okay, okay, fine. Or else, to be on the safer side, send it as a WhatsApp text to your parents. They'll obviously keep it safe. Okay, once that is set, log in with your login ID and password that you guys have just set in. Okay, again, once you guys get in, click new application. This is what would pop up, in which you guys can choose whichever course that you guys are planning for. BBA honors and honors with research typically. So this is for all these campuses. Click apply now. Okay. If you guys are planning for two applications, so BBA honors also I'm planning, and BBA finance and marketing is also something that I'm planning for. If that is the case, two separate applications. Okay, so once I click apply now, what would happen? This is one more thing a lot of people get confused with. So there is an option called preferences. So once I click BBA honors and honors with research, this is my first preference program preference number 1. It is asking for my other preferences. Okay, so let's say for example, boss, if I'm not able to give you this course, what are the other programs that you'd be interested in? But typically, when it comes to Christ application, these other preferences doesn't make sense. Okay, because there have been cases where the guy got, applied for a BBA honors program, applied for some other course as well in the second preference and third preference, but they were not called for that either. Okay, so ideally, I would recommend if you guys have some other course, okay, you guys can add that as a preference here. Nothing wrong. You guys can add that as a preference. But ideally, what I would recommend is do that as a separate application. Only then Christ would consider. Okay, these two are, they have never done that. Christ has never done that. Okay, once that is done, click your latest passport size photo, upload your photo here. Once that is done, okay, in the next page, it would be displayed here. Okay, save and proceed. Let's say, for example, these are I'm planning for BBA decision science, honors or honors with research. And this is one such program where I told you, I think math was mandatory for this subject. So check the eligibilities also for all those programs that you guys are planning for and then apply. Okay. So once that is done, typically your photo gets uploaded here. I was not able to get my photo. So I just randomly picked some photo that was there in the laptop. So please don't get confused. Signature will not be here. There is no signature uploading process at all for your Christ. That was the photo that I was able to get within that 40 to 200 KB limit. All my other photos were in 5 MB, 10 MB. So I was not able to compress it. So I put it for the sake of the application, showing it to you guys. And then these are the things that you need to verify. You have to verify that you have a debit card or a credit card or a UPI facility to make payment for the application. You have to say that I can upload the documents of my 10th, 11th or 12th boards. And then I have read and agreed to the terms of I mean, terms and conditions. Where is the terms and condition? It's over here. You can scroll down and read all the terms and conditions, or just like everybody else, just say I agree and move on. Or if you guys want, go and read it. I'll appreciate it if you guys read it. Okay, and then the last one says students joining the program will be required to study an additional fourth year if the regulatory authorities mandate a 4-year duration for a honors degree. What did I just tell you? Currently, as of now, if you do a 3-year program, they'll give you a BBA honors degree. If you do a 4-year program, they'll give you BBA honors with research. This is basically saying, boss, in the future, if the authorities say for a honors degree, you need a 4-year program, then you should be okay with doing a 4-year program. Okay, just in case, if the authorities say it, you have to do a 4-year program. You are okay with it, save and proceed. And then your basic details on it again. Okay, so nationality, are you an overseas sponsor, gender, religion, blood group, category, mother tongue. These are all pretty basics. Are you differently abled? Do you have an Aadhaar card? And once you click, I have an Aadhaar card. Yes, the right side pops up that says, boss, type in your Aadhaar card, but that is not mandatory. So I don't, I mean, if you guys don't want to, I wouldn't recommend that either. Okay, and the country of birth, state of birth, place of birth. Okay, India, Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore, something like that. Okay, whichever is true for you guys. And how do you know about this institution? Okay, you guys can say career launcher. Actually, there is an option called career launcher. I'm not kidding. I actually clicked that. So this is not a place. How do you know about how do you know about this Christ institution? This is not a place where you guys can type in. So there is a drop down menu there, and out of that drop down menu, these are the options that you guys had: advertisement, alumni, Christ University website, email, Facebook, friends, lawentrance.com, or CL Media. CL Media, basically CL stands for career launcher. Okay, our law entrance wing is called, law wing is called law entrance. Okay, so you guys can click CL Media. I would recommend please do that. Let the Christ know that a lot of us are from Christ University, career launcher background. Okay, once that is done, how do you know about our institute? And then you guys can fill your sports achievements, extracurricular achievements. If you guys have any, you guys can fill that. Okay. And then your address, basically, I don't think you guys would have any problem with that. And just like what we did in our IIM Bangalore, once you guys fill in your current address, there is an option that says, is this your current permanent address as well? Once you click that, that automatically gets filled here as well. So this is quite basic. You guys can do this. And then your parents' information, they're asking for your parents' information. What in parents' information? Name, their occupation. And this is what I was talking about. Your family's annual income. You have to type in a number, annual income, 10 lakhs per annum, 15 lakhs per annum. Type in the number, not the name. Don't type FIVE and all. Type in the number and the currency, dollars or INR market. And then guardian information. That's basically your parents' information. If you want, you can fill it. That's all. This is your 10th mark sheet. Okay, name of the board, CBSE, year of passing 2024, month of passing, typically it would be May for most of you guys. And the country of the institution is India, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. And then you can upload your 10th mark sheet here. Okay. And the marks that you guys got out of the total marks, and the percentage automatically gets calculated. You just have to fill in the marks that you got and the total marks. This automatically gets calculated. And name and the address of the institution. Okay, it's not just the school name. If it's CS Academy, write the complete school name along with its address. Okay, full address. Similarly, for your 11th or 12th, typically you guys would have only your 11th mark sheet, upload that here and all those details. Similarly, the marks that you guys got, what is the total marks, percentage gets calculated automatically, and the name along with the complete address. So once this is done, save this as a draft. Okay. And then final step would be, it will show you all the details that you guys have filled. Okay, check if everything is right. Okay. If everything is right, then click I confirm, because once you click I confirm, you cannot go and change the data again. Okay, if you feel like, okay, there are certain data that you guys have made an error in, go back, change them, again save them, and move on. So once you click I confirm, this is the next step. Do you wish to attend the selection process outside India? Obviously, no. Christ Okay, maximum I can go is still Bangalore. So this is the program that you guys have applied for. And what is the test date? 7th December. That is the only option. Yes, there is a drop down, but that is the only date available. 7th December. Okay, and please choose the venue for exam. But what is the option given? Online platform. Okay, had it been the other way around, let's say last year, what happened? After selecting the date, I had an option, just like the test center preference that we generally give. Okay, so I had an option like that, but here that is not given. So it's an online platform. So you would typically be taking up your Christ exams from your homes. And then once that is done, you guys know what the next selection process is. After the exam, you'll have your skill assessment, micro presentation, and personal interview. Personal interview, you guys obviously know. What's a micro presentation? It's just an over glorified term for just a minute session. You guys have done just a minute session in your schools. On spot, a topic would be given. Talk about that particular topic for 90 seconds. That's micro presentation. As simple. It will happen along with your interview. The interview would start. Let's say typically it would go for 10 to 12 minutes. And at the end of 12 minutes, they'll be like, boss, are you ready for your micro presentation? And you'll be like, yes. Okay, here's your topic. Role of women in the country's development. That's all, as generic as that. And typically they might give you 30 seconds for you to prepare. If they don't, you can ask for it, nothing wrong. Okay, you can say, so can I have 30 seconds time for my preparation? They'll be like, okay, you can think for 30 seconds and then you can start. Okay. And what is the skill assessment? Skill assessment is again an over glorified term for essay writing. 2 essays will be given. And what I think is, once you guys enter the venue hall, as in for your interview process, okay, all these three processes happen together in Bangalore. So for different people, there will be different slots allotted. Let's say, for example, you will be called at 11, you'll be called at 11:30, you'll be called at 12, you'll be called at 12:30 and all that. Different slots would be given. But I'll tell you what happened last year. People who got 11 o'clock slot, they were not called in at 11 o'clock, they were called in only at 2 p.m. So don't book anything else on that day. Block the entire day for this Christ University's interview. Okay. Now, the moment you enter, you'll be called and you'll be made to sit in a hall and you'll be given a white sheet. Two things are written. One at the front page top, one at the top of this back page, back side. So those are topics from which you have to write the essay rating. I'll tell you what was the topic that was asked last year. Okay, so what happened was, let's say there were 50 people in that hall. Everybody's front page topic was the same, but everybody's backside topic was different from one person and another. And the common topic for everybody was, what was the role of your institution, school or college or institution in your overall holistic development. Okay, you just have to write about that. Okay, and once that is done, you have to submit it, and or else, and sometimes what happens, they'll ask you to carry that along with you to the interviewer. Okay, you have to give it to the interviewer. So once you choose this, next it is asking, boss, where do you want your skill assessment, micro presentation, and personal interview to happen? So dropdown has few Bangalore campuses. Out of that, the Bangalore Central campus is the one that is closer to us. We'll click that. And if you look at it, there are only 2 dates possible, 13th December and 14th December. These are the only 2 options. Can you choose 13th December? No. If you're planning for IIM Bangalore's UG program, 13th December is when you guys have your exams. So you guys cannot have it on 13th December. You should choose 14th December only. But let me also tell you guys what might happen eventually. Okay, the entire process is based on supply and demand. If a lot of people have clicked 14th December, okay, if for the people who apply later on, 14th December option would be gone. Only 13th December option would definitely be there. So if you guys are planning for IIM Bangalore, okay, please do make sure you guys apply for this at the earliest in a couple of days. Then 14th December option would be there. Okay, or else the 14th December option might go away. That's what happened last year. Okay, that's all, guys. Once you guys are done with it, click for proceed for payment. Yeah. You can click proceed for payment, and then you guys can do your payment. That's all. It will show you, boss, what is the application fee. The application fee, actually, the application fee changes for different courses. For BBA honors and honors with results, it was 1,800. Okay, but for different courses, it will be a different fee. That's all. You can accept the online payment terms and conditions, and that's all. Do you guys have any doubts here? Okay.
Sir, the skill
Basic
assessment
only, but
is.
I just wanted to show you guys how it looks like.
Sir,
Okay, and if you guys have any doubts or if you guys need some assistance while filling the forms, feel free to visit the center. Just make sure you guys have all those documents that I showed you guys. Okay, and we'll also do it here. Okay?
sir.
I'm also okay with that as well. Please don't make any mistakes. That's all I need. Okay, before that, first talk to your parents. See what is the exam that you are planning for. Okay, discuss with your parents. Obviously, I would recommend taking up the Christ. And here's the other question. Sir, Christ is happening on December 7th. Okay. Will it happen on April, May also? Typically, what happens? See, if I look at the history of Christ for the past 6 years, they've never had it in December. At least for the last 6 years, they have never had it in December. They have had it in Feb, Jan. Okay, even that has happened, but never in December. This is way too early. But in all those cases, whenever it happened in Feb, it also happened in April, May types. So even this time, I basically think this is your first phase. Okay, the second phase and the third phase of admissions would happen in your April, May types as well, is what I'm expecting. But I would also recommend you guys to make sure you guys write this exam down. So typically what happens, a lot of people would not have awareness that Christ is happening in December. It's a big shocker for everybody. Okay, so many would not even have the awareness that Christ is happening in December. So your competition is lesser. So there is a very good chance of you guys getting a seat. Okay. And if you guys are like, sir, Christ is not my first option. My first option is IP Math. So what? Get the seat, pay the fee, and eventually, if you get your IP Maths, and just tell them, boss, I'm not coming and joining your college. Give me my fees back. They'll just hold some 8,000 rupee and they'll refund the rest. Okay. So it's good enough to have a good backup, right? So that's an option that I would recommend. So I don't think should be a debate of whether or not I should write Christ. You should write it. But I am Bangalore's UG program. That's a call that you guys can take. Okay. My recommendation, you should. Okay. But that's your call. Provided you guys are eligible, you guys have your math in your 11th and 12th.